Welcome to our channel. I'm Jeff, and as always, I'm joined by Louie for this trip. Together, we own and operate River Outdoors in Phoenix, Arizona. Also joining us today is our good friend Seth and his JKU. Follow along with us as we embark on a 5-day, 4-night overland trip through the San Juan Mountains in southwest Colorado. We launched from Phoenix and booked it north, straight through Payson, past Holbrook and Gallup, before finally sneaking into the great state of Colorado. Some of our goals for this trip include fall color, high elevation passes, epic wheeling, making some great meals, camping in a new location every night, and soaking up some incredible conversation. As we started gaining elevation, we could already see some of the color change we were hunting. Having passed Telluride on Highway 145, we made a quick turn on Colorado 62 and finally hit dirt. This is the road to Box Factory Park. The first few miles wind through the Double RL Ranch owned by Ralph Lauren. With golden hour in full swing, we aired down our tires and set our minds on camp. We pushed into the valley looking up at Mears Peak and got deeper into the Mount Sneffels wilderness. This truly felt like the start of our adventure. We were fresh off a few straight weeks of grinding out work at an unsustainable pace back in Phoenix. What were we after out here in the woods? What could we learn about ourselves? Could we truly unplug and soak in this incredible place? We settled into camp, cooked up some quick burritos, and anxiously wondered what tomorrow would hold. What about today? What are you looking forward to today? Or for the trip?
I mean, in general, just kind of looking forward to just getting away from everything and just kind of getting up into the pines and exploring these mountains up here a little bit more. We've done this trip a few times, but I feel like every time we do it, it just gets a little bit better and we find something else.
Yeah, it seems like we kind of dial it in at each time. It's just wild being 9 hours away from Phoenix to be in a place that's just a completely different world. I'm probably looking forward to camping in a different spot for the next 3 nights, testing out gear, making sure that our camp setup is right for the future, and just amazing above the tree line views going over the passes and all that stuff.
Yeah, I think that it's going to be like really cool to have 4 camp nights, 4 different spots.
That's rad. Well, today we are heading out of here. We're, like I said, close to Ridgeway. We're going to head around to Ouray. Unfortunately, Imogen is closed, close to Telluride, so we're going to go up Imogen to Yankee Boy Basin, check out the Blue Lakes, come back down, and then hit Cinnamon Pass over to Lake City, hopefully camp out near the lake over there, and keep it rolling. Quick air up as we headed south on famous Highway 550 into Ouray. Established in the late 1870s when gold veins were discovered in the Imogen Basin, the famous Camp Bird mine produced over 1 million ounces of gold by 1960. Ouray is appropriately named the Switzerland of America and would be our launching pad in today's exploration. The start of this trail is mostly dirt roads with views all around, but if you plan to venture to the top of Yankee Boy Basin, make sure you have high clearance and a 4x4 vehicle.
All right, so with Imogen close to Telluride, we took the offshoot to go to Yankee Boy Basin, and this place is wild. Changing colors for fall, but views all up here at the top. We're going hike over to the Blue Lakes on the other side of the range. That's where we were on the other side of the range last night. We're going to take it back down to Ouray and hit Cinnamon Pass. Alright, we're all two for today. We are done with Yankee Boy, went in and had lunch in Ouray, and we just started Mineral Creek. That'll access Engineer or Cinnamon Pass on the Alpine Loop. We're going to be there for the next few hours, take a few stops and film a little bit, but mostly just trying to make our way over to Lake City. There's a Lake San Cristobal there. We're going to try to find camp tonight and see if the fall color is continuing over here on this pass.
Mineral Creek staging area is only 3 miles south of Ouray on the famous Million Dollar Highway. The beginning of this tight trail is a beautiful mix of shelf roads, moderate wheeling, river and small waterfall views, plus aspen foliage.
We're just finishing up Mineral Creek, coming from Ouray up to Engineer Mountain. We're going to actually turn right and go down Cinnamon Pass now, but the landscape is phenomenal. All the aspen leaves are changing. Once you get up into the alpine area, all the grasses are changing. It's just a fantastic fall colors everywhere. There's still running water, and trail's in awesome shape. It's so much fun. That one I don't recommend unless you have high clearance, especially going up it. If you're going down to Ouray, just take your time. It's pretty slow. Just remember that uphill has the right of way. Find a place, let motorcycles through. But incredible place. Can't recommend it enough.
There are several offshoot trails above the tree line to explore, and quite a few lead to old mine shafts. This is the British Queen Mine at almost 12,000 feet. Quick stop for a snack and a take in the views, but we had to book it from here up and over Cinnamon Pass if we wanted to get to camp before sundown. Just before the final ascent to the pass, you'll skirt Animas Forks. Around 1876, Animas Forks had more than 25 cabins, a saloon, general store, post office, and even a hotel. Go check out some other YouTube videos of creators exploring this incredible ghost town. We've got to keep rolling. Cinnamon Pass is the southern pass coupled with Engineer on the north to form the Alpine Loop. The pass sits at 12,600 feet above sea level and offers incredible views of the San Juan. As we begin our descent, we pass one of my favorite spots in the world, American Basin. If you're here in late summer, the wildflowers are worth the trip alone. The descent of this trail is relatively easy depending on traffic. We were lucky to have it mostly to ourselves today, even though this local gave us a stink eye as we passed through. After an incredible day of wheeling, we were ready to set up camp and get some food on the grill. Camp tonight is just southwest of Lake San Cristobal on the Lake Fork River.
All right, good morning. Day 3 of our adventure. Just camped right outside of Lake City, Colorado on Cinnamon Pass. What was your favorite part yesterday?
I'd say probably my favorite part was riding up and over that ridge by where we put our sticker.
Oh, Cinnamon Pass.
Cinnamon Pass, yeah, just going up and over that ridge and just kind of seeing just the transition from the rolling hills down to the trees and actually seeing the color shift in the leaves.
Yeah,
that was pretty rad.
Yeah, it was surprising how much color there was. All the aspen trees were different colors, different shades of green, yellow, red. You'd go underneath the canopy and it would just be incredible for the light show. How's your vehicle doing?
It's doing pretty good. I'm not stoked on my shocks. My shocks are pretty blown out, but other than that, it's doing awesome. One of the things I definitely want to figure out is a better air management system. Not for the air ride, but for airing up and airing down.
Like 40-inch tires.
40-inch tires on 17s with a 5-gallon tank. It takes a little while for those little buyers to do it.
Yeah, and we're not hitting a lot of road, but inevitably to get from trail to trail, if you want to do them all, you got to hit some highways. So we've been doing that. And what else? Anything?
What about yours? How's your vehicle doing?
Pretty good. I mean, we did some inner fenders on the front and try to get some more clearance out of the vehicle. I'm still getting a little bit of rubbing, and then I've got a lot of weight in the back, so just trying to figure out kind of where some of the rubbing is. But overall, performed awesome. I mean, I got to use the rear locker yesterday on a couple obstacles. The Mineral Creek area coming from the Ouray side up towards Engineer Mountain is just awesome. You get to test everything.
Yeah.
Your ridge, you're falling off the side of the canyon, you're going up, you're doing turnarounds. I mean, it's wild. So that's cool. How about camp? How's camp been?
I mean, it's pretty cold right now,
Yeah.
But
Woke up to frost.
yeah.
Everything.
Well, last night we got to the mid-teens.
Probably, yeah.
So, not probably. We were in the mid-teens. I would say my gear's doing really well. I was toasty throughout the night. So far, that tent is a little dangerous because it is pitch black no matter how bright it is outside. And having the 2-year-old at home, it's really nice to sleep in.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's very easy.
But that's what camp is about, dude. It's like, you want to wake up early and make coffee, do it. If you want to sleep in late, do it. This is what we're doing. We're trying to make the most out of this whole trip.
Unless your camp buddies wake up and start banging things around at 7 o'clock in the morning.
Yep, that's the choice you got to make. Mine is it's a little cold up there, but I have a little heated blanket, an Ignic blanket that works really well, and just bundle up, and it's great. So feel good, looking forward to today. Today we're going from here through Lake City. We're going to go over Slumgolian Pass, down into Creede, Colorado, and hit some trails behind Creede. Cool old mines, a waterfall trail. And then hopefully, if we have enough time, we'll end the day on Stony Pass. So, ready? Do it.
This is Slumgolian Pass, and it links Lake City to Creede, Colorado along Highway 149. It was hard to keep our eyes on the road. Where the mountain pine beetle had mowed through acres of pine trees, the aspens have begun to fill in. The color is intense, and you can sense the quickly fleeting change of these leaves. Wow. Okay, we are now headed to explore the east side of the San Juan Mountains. Like any adventure, if you're too worried about keeping up with the schedule or trying to pick up the pace, grabbing miles on the highway portions of your trip, you might miss something spectacular. Blink and you'll miss the turnoff for North Clear Creek Falls. This creek eventually feeds into the Rio Grande and offers a grade stop you'll definitely want to explore, especially after tackling the 9% grades of Slumgolian Pass. Creede, Colorado is no doubt one of the best small towns in southern Colorado. Named after Nicholas C. Creede, who discovered the Holy Moses mine in the silver boom of the 1880s. Creede was also known for its gambling houses and saloons. Several remnants and mines from those boom days are up in the trails north of Main Street. Today, Creede still has tons to offer. Grab a bite at Kip's, shop for some outdoor gear at San Juan Sports, stock up on tackle at the Ramble House, or snag a beer at Spare Keg. Onyx rates the Phoenix Falls Trail as a 3 out of 10, but it's rough and washed out these days, so expect something closer to a 5 or a 6, especially in a wide wheelbase vehicle. Also be on alert, as this is a popular hike, especially in the summer months.
All right, that's low altitude boys are deciding to exercise after getting off the Phoenix Falls Trail, parked down by that cabin. Now we're taking a little hike up this hill to Phoenix Falls, and we are feeling it. So we just finished the Phoenix Falls Trail just before it started raining on us. That trail is so much fun. Super technical, really tight. There's really not a lot of spaces to let cars through if there's a bunch of people. And you just gotta kind of grind through it. But beautiful. The hike at the end is worth it. The cabin is cool to check out. Now we're heading back into Creede, gonna grab some groceries and keep on moving.
If you're on this trip and want to skip cooking for the night, make sure you hit Freeman's General Store west of Creede. Incredible burgers and amazing people. Special thanks to Star, who really helped us out at this stop. We had been planning this trip for months, marking campsites, plotting miles. The route was perfectly planned, but like some trips, it just didn't pan out as we drew it up. About 2 to 3 inches of snow dumped in Stony Pass that afternoon. That forced us to find camp at a lower elevation.
This is a pretty sweet campsite. Yeah. awesome. We did Phoenix Falls out of the backside of Creede. Some super technical, tight spots. Nobody else on the trail, which was amazing. I loved that part, but the vehicle did really well there. And the storms came in and just kind of knocked us out yesterday.
Yeah. I think for me, it's been the scenery. Scenery has been my favorite. Like the old mine buildings, like the old cabins, the buildings that you could see way off in the distance that somebody at some point in time, somebody built it. Like, what freaking man of a man built that?
Dude,
like
some hard people, dude.
We're not built like that anymore.
No.
Like, we have all the creature comforts, and I am like, I can't feel my fingers.
Yeah, for sure. Well, yeah, we unexpectedly got a lot of snow yesterday. We're actually on Stony Pass right now, and got a lot of snow, and so we kind of had to punt the idea of getting over to Silverton.
If you've ever planned and tried to execute an overland trip, you already know what we're feeling. We're battling feelings of frustration that it didn't pan out like we drew it up. We're fighting to stay present. We're fighting to soak it up. Did we get what we were looking for? Yes and no, but one thing is certain. Find your people. Explore with them. Hold on tight to the highs and fight through the lows together. And most of all, keep getting out there. Feed that sense of exploration and gain the experience to make any trip incredible. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you on the next one. And of course, find your river, get outdoors.